The best defense is a good offense. After the capture of Okyama, Bruce's valiant efforts are not in vain. The ruler of the Takeda clan himself shows up with a powerful army to reinforce the area. Bruce and the Takeda leader begin to work together with an almost telepathic connection. The consolidation of the territory surrounding Okyama begins now. Hello and welcome back to Shokuho and Dreams of Legends. Now, we're here in the smithy, and there's a reason why I'm doing this. It's literally just because I'm thinking to myself, well, we kind of need to make the most of every little moment that we have here, because there's an army of 600 people outside. Yes, there's an army of 600 people outside, and they want to murder us. So I am going to try to get as much skill as I could possibly get. We're going to go and do some nice little... Yes, some nice little smelting. There we go. We learned how to do that. We learned how to do some wonderful, wonderful things. Let's try to get some nice skill here if we can. Obviously, most of this stuff is not great, as you can tell. We basically didn't get any skill whatsoever, which I have to admit is a little bit disappointing. But, you know, that's how it goes. And we'll see if we can maybe get a little bit more charcoal here. Now, one thing that I really want to do, I'd like, ideally, to get to 225. But I think that that is highly unlikely. So what we're instead going to do is we're just going to get to 200. We're going to try to get to 200 at least. I'm not sure if that's really going to happen. I mean, let's face it. Look at what's happening right now. We barely have any resources, unfortunately. We are getting a little bit of skill for doing this, so I guess that's okay. I might be able to make something happen here. I'm going to try to go for maybe 21. Yeah, that seems pretty nice. Then let's go for this. And there we have it. Okay, that should be good enough, right? That should be absolutely fine. And now we are just going to do a little bit of something here. The difficulty, unfortunately, is only 161. We're going to have to increase that quite a great deal. Not a big fan of doing that, actually. Let's go for the tier 4 guard. Yeah, let's go for the tier 4 guard. And then we'll increase this a whole bunch. As you can see, we now have 244. So hopefully that is going to start giving us massive amounts of skill. Yes, I mean, hopefully it will be, at least, because we're going to be getting at least 7 crafts out of that. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, we didn't get any masterwork or anything like that, which is not really that big of a deal, because as you can see, look at that. Look at the smithing skill. It's absolutely crazy. And unfortunately, we ended up losing 7 Tamahagane steel as a result of our, smelting. Oh, dearie me. Okay, yeah, it's pretty hard to get these. Okay, so we're just gonna... yes, okay, we're gonna just do a little bit of something there. There we go. Get another one of those. Alright, so we've gotten... yeah, decent-ish. 209. I'd love to be able to get more, but we're getting a little bit unlucky here, and for some reason now I can't, for some reason, press enter anymore. I don't know why I can't do that now, but yes. Okay, so, yeah, now this is where things are gonna get a little bit dicey. Yeah, because here's the thing. I obviously do want to try and defend myself against 600 people. I hope that that will be good enough. I did manage to recruit a handful of, well, decent-ish people, I guess. And also the auto-recruiter was obviously working at the same time. So we did kind of get a little bit lucky there, I guess. Because usually the auto-recruiter does take a little bit of time. So maybe we're going to have a lot of luck. Maybe we're actually going to be okay. This is the final time I'm going to be doing this, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I can make it... Can I make it to 225? If I can make it to 225, I'll be very, very surprised. It's highly unlikely, let's just say that. Yeah. As you can see. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to have to do this, but unfortunately, this is not going to be enough. Because the amount of times that I'm going to have to do this, and we need wood to create the handle as well, which is crazy. So, yes, unfortunately for me, this does look as though I won't be able to make it. No, I don't think so. We will try. We will try. Maybe we can do it. Maybe just about. Maybe. This is for some reason, this is really, really pressurizing. I don't know why. Me trying to get this. No, it didn't do it. Are you serious? One more? Yes, there we go. Okay, we made it. We made it. Okay. So now that I don't actually need any more smithing skill, all I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just leave this two-handed sword where it is, and I'm probably going to end up selling it. I think that probably sounds like the best possible idea. As you can see, we could literally sell this for 23,000, which gets us immediate bankruptcy for the marketplace, which I think is okay. I think that's all right. One thing where you would like to potentially do is maybe purchase a couple of things, like for example, purchase some seaweed, some sake, and all that stuff like that. Make sure that we are actually looking pretty nice in that regard. And we could also, yes, we can also recruit some additional people. Obviously, I'm attempting to recruit as many people as I can possibly get my hands on here. And we can otherwise go ahead and do something like... oh, we got some skilled infantry too. Oh, okay. That's absolutely fine. All right. Now, our wife. I did not realize this, but she's actually given birth. I did not realize that she had even gotten pregnant. I must have missed that particular message in the text box. But yeah, she is, or has been, pregnant for quite some time. And now she has given birth to a baby boy, I believe. I think it is a boy. I don't know, actually. You know, no offense, but I can't tell. So we're just going to have to, we're just going to have to wait and see, I suppose. But yes, what we're going to do is we're going to spec into Master Smith. Personally, for me, I don't really care whether the weapon is Masterwork or not. It does provide a pretty significant increase in its stats, but my main concern here is to get endurance. As you can see right there, we're getting +1 to endurance, which means that we now have 7, which means, oh yes, which means that we can now get athletics to 275 without any issue. We can also get riding skill to 275 as well, and all that we're now waiting for is to get athletics to 200, and then I'll be able to get vigor to 7 as well. And every other time we get any kind of attribute point, we're most likely going to be speccing into control so that I can continue leveling up our bow skill. That's the idea, at least. As you can see right here, we are gaining loyalty some more still as well. There is a loyalty drift of -1.5, which I'm not entirely sure is caused by what. I'm assuming it's because we've just captured this and there's still a little bit of drift as a result of the tumultuous nature of how we captured it, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, we are going to be having some major issues here. Let's see if we're able to... Wait. Oh. Okay. I was actually thinking that they would go in and attack. That's why I started the episode. I thought they were going to be attacking us straight away. But apparently they didn't. So me frantically doing all of that was not really necessary. But yes, otherwise, apart from that, as you can see, we have actually... another child on the way, which is pretty fantastic. That's very, very nice. And that means that if I die, you know, at least we're okay there. Obviously, I have I have disabled the diseases and injuries mod now because I was a bit worried that it was actually causing crashes. But I'm thinking that now that maybe that's actually not the case. But obviously, the thing is, I don't really want some random bout of measles to kill off one of my most legendary companions. I feel like that's kind of sad if that happens. Anyway, we're going to go over here and actually just do this quest while we have the opportunity to do so. 94. 94. I actually, you know what? I got to say that right now. I didn't actually mention this in a previous episode, but I really love the fact that these tasks and various quests that you can do later on in the game actually scale. They scale really, really nicely with your renown level in comparison to some of the others. Like, for example, the Escort Merchant Caravan mission. I don't believe that that actually scales or anything like that. So, you know, this actually scaling really makes a huge, huge difference, and it keeps them relevant, you know? It keeps them relevant, and I actually really like that. These goods are quite cheap. You're coming with me. You're coming with me, criminal scum? Yes, let's do this. Alright, I'm actually really, really pleased now that we are 225 in smithing. That is that's like a load off my mind now, because now I don't have to worry about our athletics getting to 275. We can just kind of breeze on through. All I need to do is enter into sieges and literally just do them. Just do them normally. Just try to survive for as long as we possibly can, and then we are going to be completely fine. Alright, so I actually did some formations here. I'm not entirely sure why I did that, to be honest, because the enemy is literally part of a bunch of bandits. Yeah, they are literally just bandits, so not entirely sure why I took this so seriously, but yeah, I guess we can just do that. Yes. Oh, the amount of damage that you can actually do at full speed when you're actually, you know, riding around on a proper horse and you have a nice weapon. Look at the amount of damage that our Canto Elite Cavalry are doing right now as well. They have polearms and they are capable of, you guessed it, piercing through multiple enemies just like we are. So it is extremely, extremely effective, as you can quite clearly tell, when you have someone that does that and does it effectively. We really want that every single day of the week. Thank you very much. And look at that. Look at how nice and simple that was. Obviously, this is indeed a bunch of looters, like I said. But look at this. We're always getting around 6.8 renown every single time we go in to one of these quests. And I think that is primarily because of the scaling. That's because of the scaling. It's so fantastic. Really, really enjoy that. Obviously, there are moments in the past where we've had scaling with certain mods, and the scaling has been kind of, well, kind of crazy, you know? It's gone kind of crazy, as in, like, when you're really, really high level, you kind of get bandit parties that have way too many, and, well, things start to get out of hand a little bit. But I feel like they have a really nice balance with what they've got going on here, because you can see that, you know, they're just random bandits. They're not really going to be that much of a threat, as you can quite clearly tell. They are really not that much of a threat. But they are still going to provide us with a really nice amount of renown and influence and all this wonderful stuff. It really makes a huge difference. Okay, let me actually just have a look-see here. I'd like to see if I can maybe purchase some better armor for ourselves. It doesn't seem as though we are actually getting that lucky, so we could potentially give something to this guy, or maybe a better helmet or something like that. We could get him better armor as well if we wanted to. Let's have a look at someone else. Okay, no. Our wife is doing completely fine. She's absolutely destroying everyone with her armor. And, okay, so this guy apparently needs a whole bunch of stuff. Wait a minute. He doesn't even have one of these. Let's give him one of those. There we go. All right, and let's give him a slightly better helmet. I'm 9,000? That thing is literally 9,000? What? How is it 9,000? That's crazy. Okay, yeah, so I think what I'll probably do is sell all of this. There we go, yes, there we are. Nice. So we basically got that for free. Got some very nice upgrades for that fellow. And the question is, do I want to recruit some more people? I guess I will. This is kind of weird, really. It's kind of weird for me to, you know, actually see this. But I guess it's alright, right? I guess it's okay. Alright, so it looks as though Mr. Takada himself is coming over here, and he is going to attempt to take this castle right here. Okay, this is kind of weird. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with what he is doing right now, but I mean, does he need my does he need my approval? No. Am I his father? No. So I guess I'm just going to let him do whatever he wants to do. We're just going to let our vassals do whatever they want to do too, because let's face it, I can't really do much about that anyway. I could call them into an army. Do I want to call some of them into an army? I don't really like doing that, because when I do that, it fundamentally creates a well, a slightly problematic situation where we then start to have very low tier characters in our army, and I personally dislike that quite a great deal, because what's going to happen then is we're going to have issues, you know? We're going to have people that are coming in there that are basically useless, you know? That's going to be a problem. Oh, well, never mind. We're going to do it. So we're going to go in here. Oh, 6 days worth of food. That's absolutely fantastic. We can get rid of the garrison very easily. Oh, he literally just left my party. I didn't even realize that they could decline. That's pretty crazy in itself. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, did he just... Are you serious? I was actually wanting to expand our territory so dramatically by doing something separate from what he was doing, but he is now deciding to come over here and besiege the castle. Well, I guess that's not... I mean, that isn't particularly good. I mean, I guess it's okay. I don't have to worry about it super hard, because it's kind of nice to have his assistance. But I would definitely say that I'd prefer not. Is he actually coming? Oh, he's actually fighting something. Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. Okay, I'm actually a little bit worried now, to be honest. Okay, I'm just going to create these just so that I can generate some engineering skill. Even though I personally feel like if he's going to come over here, I'd prefer not. Yes, look at that. They actually win. Look at that. They actually win that. That's great. That's actually really nice. Okay, I got polearms to 200 in that particular battle as well, and we're going to be, of course, getting hardy front line. I mean, really, how can you say no to +5 hit points? Because obviously we already have that other perk that gives us +3 hit points to infantry in your party. So you got infantry +3, and then you have hardy front line, which is +5. So you already have +8. And if you can level up your medicine skill any further than I have, if you can get it to 275 at some point, I mean, let's face it, it's probably going to take quite a lot of time for us to do that. But yeah, if you can do that, then you're going to have a great time, and hopefully going to be able to do some, well, yeah, do some nice damage. Unfortunately, he's going to use the Azutsus now, which it was a little bit of a risk, I have to admit. I definitely didn't want him to do that, but you know, he's doing it. Yeah, that's a classic and a half, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so we do have some people that can be converted very soon. And you know what we're going to do? I'm going to see... You know what? Do I want to do this? Yeah. See, now, this is the reason why I'm a little bit dubious about it. Because not the fact that I don't think we're going to be okay going in here and actually doing damage. Because we've done sieges before, and especially considering we have such an incredible number of our people here, it's going to be super easy, right? It's going to be super easy. But, well, I wouldn't say it's going to be super easy, but I would definitely say that it's going to be a little bit simpler with the amount of numbers we have. But the thing is, kind of a bit concerned by the fact that he is deciding to come over here and completely drop everything that he was doing. He just completely dropped his own siege to come over here and assist me. And no offense, I think he's doing a very nice thing by doing that. I'm very surprised that he did that. Let's try and get a nice little headshot on this guy. Nice. Okay, that was nice and easy. Okay, I was actually thinking I'd miss that. And let's try and kill that one. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah. My first headshot was just way too lucky, right? That was probably what was going on there. This bow is actually extremely strong. So much so that I feel a little bit... I feel like it's so powerful that actually it makes things very nice and simple for you. You can kind of not even... You don't even need to really aim that much, basically. As long as you aim in the general vicinity of the head, you're probably going to be hitting it. There we go. Nice. No, I missed that one. There we go. Yeah, it's basically a 1-for-1. There's pretty much no arrow drop with this thing. I mean, I guess considering of the way that I'm currently shooting it, I guess that's not a surprise, because we are so close, right? We are so close to the opponent. Let's try and kill that guy if we can. Nice. I'm running out of arrows. I'm running out of arrows, friends. That guy's trying to shoot me. Not a big fan of that. Thank you very much. I've got 1 arrow remaining. Well, that's not really going to help us at all. I'm going to... No. It's my ladder. Thank you. I am going up this. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So these guys will probably try to do some damage to us. Not a big fan. Thank you. Okay, there we go. And, yeah. So these guys are basically just going to stand here now, which is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not entirely sure why they do that, but yeah, we're going to just do the standard strategy that we like to do when we go into these small little archery nests. I don't know whether you've noticed that, but basically you just go to one side and then you just do some very short swings as much as you possibly can. Try to hit them just a little bit. And I'm going to tell my forces to charge in here, because if you don't tell them to charge in, they're going to just hold position on standby in some weird corner. And I can only hope that they're actually going to listen to me, because otherwise they're just going to stand there and get shot. And that happens more often than I'd like to say, but, you know, that's just because they're waiting for other things to happen. I can't believe I'm getting shot right now. It's absolutely ridiculous that we're taking so much damage from just random units like that. But it happens. It happens. Okay, there we go. Let's kill that guy, and we can now move on. Okay, so the question is, how many have we killed so far? We've killed 117. That's pretty nice. Not me personally. It would be fantastic if that was me personally, but I did get to 200 athletics, which is all that we really needed. Thank you. That is going to make things very nice and simple for us to get to, hopefully, 275 at some point. I mean, as long as I can continue to get these big, sweeping strikes on the opponent, that is all I need. That is literally all I need. I mean, look at this. My two-handed skill, for some reason, is taking ages. I don't know why that is. Nice. Nice. Yes. This is what I like to see. Can I get more? Yes. There we go. You know what? I kind of feel like I should use my polearm sometimes. Because the polearm itself has crush-through blocks, right? And I think with the way that they have designed the polearms and the way that the polearm mechanics work, you're actually going to have a really good time using it. I could be wrong, obviously, because I've only used it one time, basically. You know, let's try it out, shall we? This is a thrusting polearm. I don't think... Yeah, no, we can't use it as a slashing polearm. But look at the damage. You see that damage right there? And I can literally just pierce through people. Obviously, yeah, no, it doesn't do that much damage, unfortunately, because we have such a limited way of attacking. We can only attack thrusting, right? We can only do thrusts. So it's very, very simple for it to be deflected. But I think if we were to use it in a different scenario, for example, if we were behind the opponent or to the side or something like that, we would be in, well, we would be in heaven in some cases. Not in the literal sense, but we would definitely be in heaven because we would be able to do so much damage with very minimal defensiveness from the opponent. And it would be potentially more damaging than the two-handed because it would have more reach. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Because you can see here I can do about 5 kills, around maybe 6 kills in one strike. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe I don't have to really worry about that too much. But yeah, you can see here, look at this, look at this. Absolutely power leveling our athletic skill right now. I should probably move the kill feed, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should probably move the kill feed a little bit because otherwise we're just going to get spammed by that thing yet again. Or I can just remove it entirely. We might just do that. Just turn it off. Because you can see in the top right of the screen how many people we're killing anyway, so I guess it's not that necessary. But I do actually like seeing that in the center of the screen because it kind of gives me that nice little confirmation that we're actually killing things. And there we go. Nice. Everyone has been cleared out. Let's hope that I don't get shot and killed now or die from falling damage. That would be very funny. And I believe we are good. Yeah, I believe we are good. I'm just going to speed everything up. And that's it. There you go. Nice little victory for us right there. And indeed, that's another castle for us. And look at this. We ended up losing very, very few units. I'm actually quite surprised at that. Wait, did I just get 124 kills? Did I just get 124 kills by myself? Yes, I think so. I think so? I don't know. Maybe I didn't see that right. But it feels like that to me. 55 renown, 62 influence. Okay. Thank you very much. I will definitely take that. And we'll see what else we can get here. We can get some more samurai units. Pretty much nothing that I'm interested in, though. Kind of unfortunate. I guess we could take them and then sell. Nah, you know what? No. I don't think so. We've got so many. From the looters. Actually, wait a minute. From the looters. Now that we've swapped out those looters, we're gonna make our way onto the looting screen and we'll see what else we can get. I mean, I could donate for 15,000 in experience, but we're still not really doing very well in regards to our cash situation, so I think this is perfectly fine. Oh yeah, it's just dawned on me actually. Maybe that's the reason why he came in and actually wanted to help us. Because what he effectively did right there is prevent me from getting first dibs on the fief itself. So basically what he did was he took control and commanded the the siege, and it basically prevented me from basically laying claim to it, right? So that's very funny, actually. I don't think that he did that on purpose. I don't think that he's trying to be, you know, trying to be an idiot to us or anything like that. I don't think he is trying to do that on purpose, but I still think that's quite funny. It's a nice little, shall we say, well, maybe not nice, but it's definitely a funny side effect to his action right there. Who's this guy? Medicine? Steward? Charm? Athletics? Okay, wait. Steward. Yeah, okay, fine. We'll get him. Hello there, sir. Yes, 4,000. Thank you very much. Okay, yeah, so we're going to get him just purely because I want him to be... Oh, no. He basically doesn't do anything. He does very, very few... Why do they have so few governor perks? Everyone has basically no governor perks apart from this guy, potentially. The problem is with this, they have pretty much nothing. Like, they have nothing. They have no loyalty or anything like that. No loyalty benefits. This one also doesn't. Basically, none of them give loyalty with the exception of our wife, and even then, she only has 3 perks. So it basically makes very little sense. I guess we will just give him to this, and we'll just hope that this makes a difference. I highly doubt it's going to make any difference whatsoever. I kind of felt like it was pretty much pointless for us to create anything, because look at this. It takes 100 days. 100 days for us to do anything with that. So, yeah, I mean, look, the loyalty drift is absolutely insane. The loyalty drift is minus 2.6. I actually don't know why we're getting such a problematic loyalty, but I guess I'm just going to switch to cultivation a little bit and just try to cultivate the villages somewhat, because that is actually usually where a lot of the money comes from, because you generate a lot of, shall we say, a lot of prosperity, a lot of revenue from the villages, because they immediately go into the town and they do things with the town, and it actually makes a huge difference. But yeah, anyway, there you go. We've conquered this. Now we should probably... You know what we really need to do, right? We really need to go and capture these castles, but I kind of wanted to consolidate. That is the main problem that I'm having here right now. I wanted to consolidate, so yeah, we're just going to get some of those mounted samurai while we can, and you know what? Let's go over to Kouzan Castle here, and we'll see what we can do. Vote for the new owner. I am going to vote for someone else, because I don't want this... Do I want it? Not really, actually, if I'm honest. I'm going to vote for someone else. Let's just vote for this guy, I guess. Wow, I'm still going to get it. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying. Oh, well. It's alright. It's fine. We're not going to have too many problems with taking care of it. Are we? Are we? I don't know. Maybe we will. Anyway, so we now have the ability to get my Vigor. So we get Vigor perk right there. And we can also get Strong Legs. There's basically no point in getting throwing weapons. I actually don't think that any unit uses throwing weapons in this mod, as far as I'm aware. I don't know, maybe they do. Maybe a handful of them do or something. We're also going to get Natural Leader. Natural Leader, thank you very much. That sounds pretty nice. We'll probably get Thick Hides, as I said before. Yeah, I mean, just think about the perk that we just got in the polearm tree. That's literally giving us another +5. So we are getting another +5 on top of that. If you think about the other one that we got from polearms as well, that's another +3. So we're technically getting 13 additional hit points. And that may seem, well, completely and utterly useless. And yeah, you'd be correct, actually. Some of the time that is completely and utterly useless. And I would definitely say that, well, for me personally, I would prefer if we could get something else. I should really spec into engineering here, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to just wait a little bit with that. But yeah, it would be... now I've completely forgotten what I was going to say, you see. That's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, we do have this guy actually finally joining us, so that's wonderful. Now we have an army that can rival the garrison's numbers, so that's wonderful. And is my guy actually still... He's still trading? Is he actually still trading? That is hilarious. I didn't... I thought he got defeated. He's got 4 people. He's literally got 4 people. Is he still actually doing it? I don't think so somehow, right? It doesn't seem like it. He's not giving me any money. Let me actually just have a look-see here. No, I don't think he has any... No, he does! Look at that! He's actually doing it! I can't believe it. Alright, well that's pretty impressive actually, all things considered. Yeah, anyway. What we're going to do is I'm actually going to wait for 5 days, and we're going to see what happens here. Oh yeah, look at that. They're actually failing. Yeah. No, the Takeda clan have them dead to rights. Look at that. They're absolutely murdering those guys. Nice. I like it. I like seeing that. That's wonderful. And yeah, they actually prevented them from intercepting us as well. Alright, so I guess the best thing for me to do now is to make some Azutsus. I didn't get killed that time by them, so I guess I can be a little bit pleased with that. Yes, a little bit pleased with that. And now now I'm going to have some problems because I am now dealing with the fact that we have a castle in the area as well. And this is very close to the front lines. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't mind taking care of a town because towns are slightly easier for us to deal with. You know, it's a little bit easier to defend them and stuff like that. But it is quite tricky to defend the castles. And he is once again taking over. Yes, he's taking over our command, shall we say, of the siege. Ah, this is going to be a bit of a problem. Yes, so, well, we do have a massive amount of troops, right? We have loads of people here, but unfortunately, this is where things are going to be kind of halting a little bit, because you can see that we're, of course, moving the battering ram to the front gate, but the ladders are in an absolutely demonic positioning. It's going to be very, very dangerous for us to go there. Obviously, as you can see, we do have some people doing it. I am very, very pleased that they're doing it because I would probably get shot and killed very, very fast. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be quite careful here. Actually, I'm not sure whether this is a good idea, but we're going to go up the ladder that is the least traveled. This might be problematic, but I'm going to try and do some really, really dangerous maneuvers. Let's see if we can actually survive. Ooh, yeah, we're getting shot randomly here, which is not exactly great, but kind of to be expected, I suppose, considering. Okay, let's see if we can beat 124. There's no way, right? I doubt it. I doubt it. I think this is one of those sieges that is going to be resulting in my death. Quite possibly. Oh, nice block from him right there. Nice block. Okay, let's try and see if I can get up here. Try to do damage to them. Nice. Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg. That's what we like. Do a barrel roll. You know, all of that wonderful stuff. That is completely unrelated. A completely unrelated game. It's quite funny, considering the fact that you can't actually do that kind of stuff in that game. But yeah, anyway. We will hopefully get the... Oh, wow. This is a death sentence right here, I feel. Well, maybe not, considering they don't actually have that many archers. But yeah, if we can just get inside here, I'll be very, very pleased. Obviously, this is exactly the reason why I feel like we're probably not going to be able to beat 124, because it is, well, chock-a-block, pretty much. It's a traffic jam of epic proportions, and... Maybe I can, maybe. I can barely tell who's who right here because everyone is just so everywhere. There we go, nice. Not too bad. Can I do a little bit more? I'm gonna survive this. I mean, it's pretty obvious I'm gonna survive. Is it? Is it though? I don't know, maybe not. Gonna try and see if I can get some nice sweeping kills here. Here we go. This is how you get really massive amounts of kills, obviously. Maybe we can do that easily enough. If we don't get shot. Obviously, a gunner, right? Gunners literally will just kill you. It doesn't matter how skilled or how unskilled you are. The gunners will just kill you if they get a nice little headshot. And, wow, these guys, wow. Okay. Yeah, the Ashigaru obviously are very, very simple to deal with as well. There we go. There we go. That is what we like to see. And look at my athletic skill. It's absolutely leveling like no one's business. That's exactly the reason why I wanted to get that final focus point in that instead of going for engineering. Because while I do appreciate a nice engineering focus, right? I like leveling engineering, actually, surprisingly enough. I've kind of changed my opinion on that in recent times, because I had a series not too long ago where I actually spec'd a huge amount into engineering, and I was kind of astonished at how useful it actually ended up being. And obviously, I come on, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it's going to be useful, right? Pretty obvious, because let's face it, you know, you don't really want to be spending a huge amount of time making these siege ladders and making all this other stuff, you know, siege towers, you know, battering rams, so on and so forth, right? You don't really want to spend a huge amount of time doing that. But the main reason why I actually think that engineering is great is not just because of the speed bonus, it's actually because of the ability to make your ranged siege engines actually useful, actually really good. And it basically effectively turns them from kind of a random roulette game of are they going to hit? Are they not going to hit? Is it going to be red? Is it going to be black? You don't know. And so, you know, generally it tends to make them so much more effective. I was actually astonished at how much more effective they became just after being able to do that. After leveling it up a significant amount, it really did. And as I said, I was very surprised. So yeah, if you haven't done that, then I'd highly recommend trying it out, because, well, you probably have already tried it out. But yeah, engineering, as I say, I do think is really good, not just because of the whole, you know, not just because of the whole speed or anything like that, but yeah, it really makes a big difference to their overall effectiveness. They can hit things much better, and they can also survive a lot more as well. So you don't have to create multiples of these things. You can actually just be like, yeah, this is crazy good. This is actually super nice. Anyway, there you go. We did a very nice job here, and we are still getting really nice relation with pretty much everyone around here. Let's take a look at the loyalty of this. The loyalty of this is actually fine. Look at that. The loyalty is actually pretty good. The problem is we're not creating anything. That's the problem. I kind of feel a little bit saddened by this, because I'd like to try to well, I mean, you can see here, I mean, the only thing I am doing is generating village growth, which is pretty nice, right? But how do I make my construction better? Because as far as I remember, it's basically just loyalty. Loyalty really makes a huge difference. Obviously, security makes a big difference too. Otherwise, apart from that, it doesn't feel as though we're able to really do anything, which is the main reason why I wanted to get my hands on a companion that would actually have some engineering skill, engineering and steward skill. But it feels to me like we're not going to be able to do that. Maybe my guy is actually going to level up really nicely, and maybe he's going to, I don't know, get a point or something in engineering, but I highly doubt that that's even going to level up from him doing the governorship. I think it is a steward only thing. So yeah, I think that is the thing that makes the difference. Oh, they're going to give this to me again, aren't they? Okay, this is actually quite funny. Yeah, they're pretty much giving me absolutely everything right now, which is... You know me, I'm not a big fan, but, you know, if they want to give it to me, then that's okay. I can also give it away, of course. Give it away now, of course. Yes, you could technically say that if you wanted to, because give it away, and that's exactly what we can do. But, yeah, well, we'll see what we can do here. I will put some... you know what? I will put some money in there. And what? Why is the construction so easy here? Are you serious? Did you see that? The construction is so easy here in comparison to the construction over there. I have no idea what's going on with that. All right, well, what we're going to do is... do we want Siege Workshop? Look at this. It's going to take 15 days. It only takes 15 days. That's actually kind of ludicrous in my opinion, but okay. I think we'll probably just go for a 10% reduction in this. There we go. Okay, I think that sounds pretty nice. Okay, so what I'm also going to do is we're going to make our way over to the other castle too, because I would like to do more management over there. Kind of a bad time for a save, but I guess that's okay. It's not too bad. Yeah, so we'll go over here. Our caravan is... there we go. He finally got himself taken prisoner. He did a very good job. He actually survived for a very long time without getting himself taken prisoner. I'm actually really impressed, because I was expecting him to get taken prisoner really, really quick. But yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. Okay, who's this guy? Smugglers of Fukashi? I have no idea who this guy is, and I don't know what that particular quest is about. He's having problems with smugglers in Kofu. He said that they get their goods from Fukashi. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if I care about that, to be honest. And look at this. Siege Workshop is almost done. 3 days. I guess we're going to leave that the way it is. And how's the food situation? The food situation is actually fine here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the Sarugaku Theater. And then we're also going to be probably getting the Jodai Meeting Hall. I think that sounds pretty nice. I think we'll probably do something like that. The loyalty situation is also okay. It's fine. You know, it's not amazing, but it's okay. And one thing we want to do, actually, let's go into the garrison real fast, because I'd like to see whether we can maybe take out some really good troops. I mean, yeah, they do have some good troops, which I suppose is okay, but I'm just going to leave them in there for now. And one thing I would like to do, actually, is I'd like to see whether I can push forward some policies that might actually help us with, you guessed it, loyalty. Yes. Okay, let's have a look. Can we, you know, they never ever go with what I say. Oh, they might actually go with this one. Village hearths are decreased by 0.5 per day, though. And settlement prosperity is also decreased by 1. That's kind of harsh for the economy. I'm not a big fan of that. Order debt forgiveness. This would be insane. If we could push this forward, look at that. 2 loyalty. I mean, come on. I love that. I love that particular policy, but unfortunately that doesn't seem like we're going to get it. Yeah, no, it's not looking good actually, is it? Yeah, not looking good. We could go with this one. No, daily hearth production of villages. I don't really like doing that either. This one. Let's go. Yes. Nice. I don't even need to do this. I can just do this. There you go. I can literally increase my relation with him while voting against him. That's hilarious. There we go. Okay, so we did actually get +1 loyalty, so that's fantastic. So now what we're going to have from that is if we go here and take a look, you can see we're actually getting +1 thanks to the establishment of the litigation suggestion box. Yes. Isn't that wonderful? Why are we getting another save straight away? Okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know why I would get another save straight away, but alright, I didn't really do anything. Okay, so yeah, otherwise, we have now consolidated a pretty, well, I would say a decent amount. Wouldn't say a massive amount, but a decent amount of territory. And otherwise, that's going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.